Morning everybody, it's Dana. Welcome back to my channel, and today we begin our first of two videos that will go up today to finish up our Thanksgiving gifts of Christmas tag packages. Okay, so in this first video I did want to do one video with the rosette and the packaging because I just think it'll be too long, and it would be nice to just have a rosette tutorial on my channel. So the first video is going to be the rosette tutorial, and then the second one I will show you how I'm going to package my tags. So let's just jump right in. I have quite a few little supplies here on my table, just because there's a lot of, they're not hard, there's just a lot of elements to them. And so the first thing you need, and so let me show you up close. Here's what we're gonna make. This is what I decided to do. Really cute. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you're gonna need is a cupcake liner. Now I have quite a little stash, and I just keep mine in this little ice cream, you know, the big ice cream bins, because you know me, I'm all about just using what I have. So I have several, and you know, I always talk about money. Not always, but talk about money and things like that, and saving money using what you have. Obviously, there's no way to kind of recycle cupcake liners. You have to buy them, but you can get them. I never spend more than a couple dollars. These really pretty black and white ones I got at Dollar Tree for $1. A lot of mine I've gotten for $1. All of these are Dollar Tree ones, just really pretty. So today, and these ones you can get at like Joann's, and they're the bigger packages, and they have all different designs. This one is fall themed, so that's the one we're going to use today. And use a coupon. So I don't know how much they are as far as new in these packages. They can't be more than a few bucks. But I always use my 40 or 50% off coupons, and sometimes they even have 60% off coupons, and never pay full price, ever. Okay, so let's choose two. And it looks like there's just 3 prints in here, and the rest are solid, and I would like to use a print. I think this one's really pretty, so let's use this yellow one. And then I think maybe let's use this striped one. Okay. Get these back in their little containers here. Oops. Okay, so you just need one. And be careful, sometimes you can get 2 at a time because they are kind of thin. So make sure you only have 1 of each. I'm going to make 2 of them here on video. Y'all know I like to do 2, just so you can see it a second time. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your cupcake liners, and you're going to cut on one of your little things here. You're going to cut up to the middle, okay? And then you're going to trim out this middle part, okay? So let's just do that really quick on both. I absolutely love rosettes, and sometimes I'm just in the mood to make them. And so when I'm in that mood, I make several, and I don't decorate them or anything. I just like in the mood to just put something together. I don't know if any of you feel that way. Okay, so essentially we're just cutting out the bottom of the cupcake liner. But I don't know if any of you are like that, but sometimes I just get in a mood where I just want to put something together. Like I don't necessarily want to decorate it or do like a full project, but I just feel like cutting paper, or I just feel like gluing something, or I just want to do something, but I don't want to get involved in a big old project. So when I'm in the mood to do rosettes, Well, the cupcake liner ones. And sometimes I save these, sometimes I don't. It just depends on the mood that I'm in. Because these can be, while they're thin paper, they can be backed on cardstock and used for embellishments. I've done that where I've actually then used this as the middle part of the embellishment. Okay, so anyway, what we're gonna need is, we're gonna need some scrap pieces of cardstock. Don't know why I didn't pull some out. So let me just pull, this is my scrap bin. I'm just gonna pull some scrap pieces of cardstock, and I'm just going to, I'm gonna just use my 2-inch scallop punch. I'm gonna punch out 4. Actually, I think I'll do 2. And then I'm gonna do 2 out of this, I think it's 1.5. Sorry for my phone ringing, guys. The answering machine will get it in a minute. Okay, these are what we're gonna use to kind of stabilize our rosette. So a bigger one and a smaller one. And you'll see that come together here in a minute. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we need to glue these back together. So I have my glue gun heating on the side here. And so I'm just gonna take my glue gun and just put a little bit of glue right on the edge there. And then I'm just gonna glue it back together. Just like that. Ouch, be careful, it's hot. And then I'm gonna do that to both of them. Woo, got glue everywhere that time. Okay, so just on the edge. Now you don't have to use hot glue, you can use wet glue for this. I just have my hot glue gun heated up because we're gonna be using it on this project, and it's a quick grab as far as adhesive goes, so, all right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab one of the larger bases. Okay, and this is gonna be our base that we're gonna put our rosette on, okay? So what I'm gonna do before I do that is I'm just gonna take my rosette and I'm just on the pleats that are already there. I'm just gonna kind of scrunch it in no particular fashion. It doesn't have to be like really carefully folding each pleat. You just want this to kind of close in a little bit, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of scrunch it up a little, just like this, okay? See how that was not super, it was kind of messy, okay? It doesn't have to be neat, okay? We just want it to be a little bit smaller than what it is. So now I'm gonna take my glue gun, and especially making sure I catch the outside of this circle, I'm gonna put glue on it like that. I'm gonna set it down. I'm gonna take my cupcake liner, and I'm just gonna start shaping it. Sorry, my hands are shaking so bad this morning. I'm just gonna start shaping it just like this, okay? And just pressing it down into the glue. Now, if you don't get a perfect circle, don't worry. Okay, and I see that I don't have enough glue right here, or it dried, so I'm just gonna put some more. And I'm gonna carefully, I got a big old glob of it, and I didn't mean to do that. So I'm gonna be super careful and not burn myself. I'm gonna let that one sit, because I put a big old glob of glue there and I didn't mean to. Okay, and you're just gonna fashion it and shape it into a circle. Now, this isn't perfect, okay? You see that that's not a perfect circle. That's okay. Everybody's gonna love your rosette. It's okay if it's not perfect, okay? So I'm just gonna squinch this one up. We're gonna do 2 at one time. I'm just kind of working kind of with the pleats that are already there. Just we want this opening to be smaller. Okay, and we're gonna put our glue on our base. lay this in here. Oops. And I'm just going to push that liner down. And I just want all those little folds to catch the glue. Just like that. It's very simple. And it does not matter what color you're, again, we're not in a perfect circle. We are human. That's just not going to happen. Okay, but it's going to be super cute, so don't worry about it. Now, I'm going to glue this. This did not matter what color these were, and even if it was off center, see, like I got that one off center, because I'm going to glue these onto my packages, so you're never going to see the back of them. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my smaller circles, and I'm going to glue them over the top here. Just because I want a nice clean base. Just like that. I want a nice clean base to work on for the rest of my rosette. All right. There. And there we go. Okay. So that's the base of our rosette. So I was saying when I feel like making rosettes, I'll just sit down and I'll make them up to this point. And the reason I used the smaller circle here on the front was because the things that I'm going to put on there are going to be bigger than that. So it'll cover those up, but it gives us a nice sturdy base. And if you feel in the mood to just sit and make these one night like this, they stack up and they store really easily. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I have picked this out of a fall paper pad. And, I'm just trying to look at my original. I can't remember what, okay. So I put that on first. Okay, so I put ribbons on first. I picked this out of a fall paper pad, and it was just kind of a neutral that I wanted to use. You pick whatever paper you want. It doesn't even have to be fall themed if you don't want it to be. And I just thought that was going to look really nice on there. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I've got some ribbon here. And I kind of made these look like, you know, kind of like award ribbons because I thought that look was really cute. So what I'm going to do is cut a couple of lengths per, actually I'm going to just kind of see like how long I want these to be. That's cute. So I'm just going to cut that and then I'll just match that for the other one. Just kind of a rough estimate. And this fall ribbon I got on sale at Hobby Lobby when all their ribbon was 50% off. Super pretty. I'm a sucker for a plaid, I tell you. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these in half. Okay, because I could do it like this. Okay, and that's fine, okay? But then I'd have to glue these together and then glue the whole thing down. I just find it easier to work with them and get them in the right position that I want if I'm working with two different separate pieces. That's just me. You can do it the other way if you want to. Okay, so now I'm gonna kind of play with these a little bit and see where I want them. I think that looks good. So I'm just going to tack these down. Just like that. I'll just put it on my... Sorry, I know I was probably off camera. I just put glue on it, that's all. There. Just like that. And now I'm going to glue down my base piece that we're going to work with. And I'm going to center it on the rosette. There we go. Really cute so far. Okay, so let's do this one. Let's see which way looks best. See, like this circle is totally uneven. So I'm going to turn it and see this big flat edge right here that I did. I'm going to make this the bottom, and that'll make the whole shape of it look better since I made a mistake. So I put my glue down and I'm just going to lay my ribbon in. Just like that. And then I'm going to glue on my little base piece here. There. And now you can hardly tell that it was a misshapen circle. Once you start putting things on it, it looks really cute. And now I'm going to finish these up and I'm going to flatten them out to see how these kind of are nice and flat. I'll do that last. Okay, let's do some stamping. I've got a couple of pieces of just scrap white cardstock. This is the only Thanksgiving stamp I have, okay? It says $6.49 at Hobby Lobby on this. I got this for $1. It was in, it was like high clearanced out. So I never spend $6 on one stamp. Okay, then I've got some green ink here. So what I'm gonna do, I decided I wanted to stamp this in green. And I did a couple of test stamps before the video and I wasn't really getting good impressions. So I'm going to really make sure I've got good ink on here. And when I stamp it down, I'm going to leave it for a moment and let the ink transfer, like I said, because I wasn't really getting good impressions. So let's see how we did. Oh, that looks good. Okay, one more. Just gonna make sure. I don't know if my ink is old or I just haven't used the stamp in a while is probably what it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold it and let that ink transfer. Perfect. Okay. So we're done stamping, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my 1.5 inch circle punch and I'm gonna punch this out. This is just shy of being able to get the whole stamp in here, and I need to cut off an edge because I can't get my whole punch over the stamp. It's gonna be like right on the edge, but that's okay. Okay, and we'll do both. I'm going to probably have to cut this edge off too. Okay. So now these are going to go in the middle like this, which I think is so cute. Happy Thanksgiving. But I want to pop them up a little. So I'm going to use some, I think I'm going to use some dimensional tape. Okay, and I get these at Dollar Tree. These are just the foam, just the little foam dot things. And these are in like the automotive section at Dollar Tree, and you get a ton of them for just $1. So I want to give that a little bit of dimension. I don't buy my foam dots anywhere else because you can't beat getting, I mean, look how many there are for $1. Okay, so let's get these. Sometimes I need my, where's my pokey tool? I'll use the end of this. Peel up the little paper backing. Come on. There we go. Sorry, I feel a little inept this morning. I'm shaking really bad. Okay, and I'm just going to center this on my little scallop thing right here. And these are super sticky too, guys. So don't, you know, unless you want to. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you can't beat $1 for foam squares that are like super, super sticky. Okay. Okay, right side up, centered in our little scallop here. All right. Really cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, if you see on this one, I was trying to remember what I did here because I couldn't find a circle punch that matched this size. And I realized I must have die cut it using my die cutting machine. So I had room around the edge to do some stickles there. We can probably do that. Yeah, I think if we go right around the edge, I think that'll be pretty, but we'll do that last. Okay, let's even up our, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna cut it right across, just like that. I just want to even them up a little bit. Oh, of course, I wasn't evenly cutting. There we go. And I'm going to show you what to do to keep them from fraying. Okay, let's cut in a straight line this time. There we go. Still didn't. Okay. Okay, so what I do is, this is 100% polyester. Okay, so if you take a lighter and don't put it on your ribbon, okay, just close to your ribbon. I am not touching the ribbon. It will melt those fibers and it'll keep them from fraying. Okay. So what we're going to do now is let's glue our little buttons. I wanted to put a button in the middle of each of these. So I've picked a button. So I'm just going to put a little dab of glue right in the middle. And I'm going to glue a button down in the middle. That's because I think that's cute. And then I want to put some little sequins kind of around. You see how I put some sequins kind of around? So let's choose some sequins out of my sequin bin here. And I'll use wet glue for those. And let's do brown. We'll get a couple of those. We want fall colors. We'll do some gold. And maybe this is kind of like a reddish orange. Let's do that. So we'll get a couple of those. Okay. So let's decide where we want them. I think probably like maybe here, here, and here. I put them on the papers on my other one. You know what? I left my glue open. So hopefully my glue will come out. I put them right on the edge of the papers on my other one, but I think I'm going to put them... Okay, I'm going to pause the video here, guys, because my glue's not coming out. Hang on just a second. Okay, let's see if this works. So I'm just going to put 3 dots of glue down, just kind of where I think I might want my sequins. And this is art glitter glue, so if it seeps out, I am not worried about that because it dries perfectly clear. Put one there. Put another one over here. Okay, there we go. And now we'll do the same thing over here on this one. I'm kind of choosing like maybe some flatter parts of my cupcake liner here that might work best. Again, you just put them wherever you want to have them. This one doesn't seem to want to stay. There we go. Okay. Now the last thing I have are these little bows. Okay, so I know some of you out there do not support kind of buying from some of the Chinese companies. But I do on some items. I never buy stamps or paper or anything like that because they have a tendency to steal designs from designers in other companies. I've seen some duplicates of some Tim Holtz stamps and even papers. So I don't buy paper stamps or anything like that. But little embellishments like these bows, I do. And these were just a pack of, again, another recycled package. And I got like all these sequin bows for like really cheap. You just have to wait for it to be delivered because it takes like a month to get it to you. And I've had these for a couple of years and I still have a whole bunch of them left. So I was thinking yellow on here and green on here. So let's glue these down because I thought that would be cute. Now, if you don't have these bows, don't worry about it. Just take some ribbon and tie it in a bow. I've showed you how to do the perfect bow in one of my videos, how to tie a really good bow. That was in the chalkboard tag video, so if you haven't seen that, there's a little bow tying tutorial in there. Okay, so we're just gonna, just take some cute, like fall themed or any kind of ribbon you want, and just tie your own bow and put it on here. It makes a really cute embellishment. Okay, so there we go. And now the last thing I'm gonna do is take just some glitter glue. I happen to have stickles here. I'm gonna use gold. And and I want this to be my last step because this is now gonna have to sit and dry. Okay, and so I'm just gonna take and I'm just gonna kind of brush this right along the edge. Just like that. Just being careful because I don't want to cover up my stamping that says Happy Thanksgiving. So I'm just going to carefully line the outside of this. Now if you don't have glitter glue, don't worry about it. You don't have to do this. If you have a loose glitter, you can use that. This is just a step in the process that I think is going to give it that little extra. Almost done here. I'm just doing just a little bit at a time so I can make sure I get it even. When I put my bow down, I made sure not to cover up any of the little stamped circle that we did. Because I knew I was going to put glitter on the edge. If you wanted to layer and put the bow on kind of layered a little bit on top, you would just do your glitter first and let it dry. And there we go. That's it. That's all there is to those. And here's, let me show you up close what they turned out looking like. Here's the ones we did today. Really cute, really cute. Okay, so the next video I'm going to post today is going to be the packaging of our tags. So be looking for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.